And hello again. Welcome back to another Assassin's Creed Shadows live stream. In this one we are definitely taking a look of the new update. The title update 1.1.8 for Ac Shadows, and we just got like 6 minutes ago the new update file. And let's see. What is gonna happen? So give me a few moments and I will do the settings for the live stream. After that I am all yours. Wrong thing. And of course, like always, like would be much appreciated if you hit that little button down the video. That would be super duper awesome. So, new pack has been added into the Helix store. The Far Future Weapon Pack Part 2, basically. Hey Matli. Oh my god, I think it was a mistake to eat so much while I was waiting for the update to show up. But yeah, the update did show up like 7 minutes ago. So it is finally working. And Ubisoft actually sent me and a bunch of other creators a new footage of the weapon pack, and oh my god, it is looking insane. I really like the energy slash on Yasuke's katana. So now is not the only one who can shoot energy slashes from the katanas. So that is quite awesome in my opinion. And yeah, still doing the settings. And let's see. So there's Victorial Dent, Legendary Tanto, looking absolutely amazing. Light attacks generate energy that is released on heavy attacks. Radiant Trail, Legendary Long Katana for Yasuke. Absolutely beautiful unit in my opinion. Seeded posture attacks release on energy slash. So similar to the nowest weapon. Oh my god, this is looking amazing, and hopefully I'm getting this back tomorrow. Light attacks release on energy projectiles. Not bad. Wormhole Hook. Deal energy damage to nearby enemies while holding heavy posture. But yeah, more about those a little bit later on. But let's load into the game. Because yeah, this time it should be working. And yeah, let me finish up with the settings and I will be right back with you. Alright. Can you see me? Can you hear me? That is acting up at the moment. Because it was just loading. I actually tested my internet speed and it should be absolutely more than fine for streaming as well. So last thing on the settings. There we go. Yeah. Ready to roll as soon as my chat is, well, hopefully it's starting to work. There we go. Working now. Hey Jona, where is the quest or the new options? Well, let's take a look together, and as you can see, we can spot the new rift that we can use for accessing the Animus menu, right over here. Definitely optimal location in my opinion. And we are thrown in to the menu. Okay, so that is actually pretty neat in my opinion. And tomorrow, if the time traveling thing is still working tomorrow, I am going live with these items. Well, not these, but the new items that are gonna show. Ooh, a trinket, 50% damage for 3 seconds after healing. Because I don't have that. Let's take it away. We still have 6,250 keys after this one. There we go. So, that is the new thing that was added. Not the highlight, but a new thing. The Rift. Raise Danger. Yasuke spies can track leak scouts in Avachi. Alright, alright, alright. Travel to the Avachi. Alright. So, available once more. Okay, so where... Ooh, stats. Right. Well, almost at the middle of the bottom of the screen. Stats year 3 for me on PlayStation. And we can see which engraving is giving what basically. Difficulty stats, multipliers, new game plus, damage taken multiplier, assassination, health segment, damages, abilities. Okay, not bad. So, a lot of extra stuff in here. I just wonder why we are seeing the mount over here. Ooh, and pressing to the sides from the arrows, we can change the loadouts. So that is actually pretty neat. Loadout 3, loadout 4, and we can go back from the arrows, so that is absolutely fantastic. So we don't have to go here, and apparently it is setting everything like that. Alright. And jump on wheel. Woohoo! Manual jumps. Now we can skip. And it is actually looking pretty natural, in my opinion. Okay, so it is also working without sprinting. Awesome. That is actually awesome. And I'm definitely gonna enter into the parkour challenge that is hosted by Ubisoft. Yo, Nico. Hello and welcome. Woohoo, manual jumps. Skipping through the game. Well, kind of. Pun intended. But on stationary it is not working. Ooh, we can make like, if you're walking, like small jumps. Picture, here we go. Okay, so I think we should go out and test the parkouring and also see the critical hits and let me know, are you gonna, well, when you have the chance to play the game, do you spot any secret changes in the game? And also are the problems, issues fixed with this update, if you're having any. But manual jumps, stat sheets, rift over here, where we can access the Animus menu. Also the new pack was added. Ooh, and before we go, let's change the time of day. So, here we go. Let's see. Some location where we are having buildings. Well, let's go into Asuchi. So, how are you guys doing today? For me, this week is busy. No work, because I'm on sick leave. But a lot of like appointments, blood drawing and stuff like that. Ooh, that was awesome. Okay, let's try that. Let's try to jump on, well, charge. Let's see. Okay, didn't work as intended. Alright. Ooh, quite awesome. This update added a manual jump just like this. Stat sheets for the gear in the inventory menu. So here on my PlayStation controller R3, so there we go. We can change the loadouts. So 2, 1 goes all the way, and so much added content in here. Well, not content, but stats. Smoke bomb radius 7 meters, duration 40 seconds, so a lot of more than we had, for example, in Valhalla. Ration healing 60% maximum, so we can see basically everything. And we are gonna test skipping as Yasuke as well, but this is awesome. Ooh, and we need an enemy. Okay. And still no dismemberment with that finisher, unfortunately. Okay. And there was actually a critical hit if you did spot it. Yeah, manual parkour like this. This wasn't possible 20 minutes ago. At least not on my end. So you can jump on wheel, but not on stationary. Doesn't work. Oh, same finisher. So there actually might be some changes to the finishers, because those were so rare before the update. The new finishers, I mean. Okay, let's see. Boom! Okay, that wasn't just look at the health bar of the Ronin. That was a crit. That wasn't a crit. That wasn't a crit. Okay. Alright, that was totally on me. Nice, I'm actually playing Valhalla right now, since it is the only Assassin's Creed I never played. Ooh, nice, how did you like it? What about the O button parkour animation? So, dodge button on the ground. Let's try to sprint. Okay, jump. Not sprinting. So rolling. Okay, there was a crit from the smoke. That huge red flash. It is the indication for the crit damage.
I'll be sore tomorrow.
There we go, there we go. Okay, so let's try the manual jumps. But not sure why I'm not able to do any. Okay, those were 2 crits back to back on the Ronin. 3.
Show your face.
Okay, crits. Okay, let's try. Ooh, actually, I want to see if the abilities are having different crits. Okay, crit, crit, crit. Awesome. Boom.
Oof.
Exactly. Oof. Alright, so catching up. As Kata is Shadow's map bigger than the other games. I honestly think Valhalla is much bigger. So is this like more like the Egypt map from Origins? Honestly, I'm not sure. I have seen the videos comparing the maps, but I cannot remember which video it was. Ooh, a rock. Ooh, that was nice. But we need to sprint. Not that one. Okay, let's try to do it again. Woohoo! Oh, that was a huge jump. I mean, awesome. Awesome. But somehow I'm not able to do the rolling thingies. Okay, tried the parkour up and parkour down buttons at the same time doesn't work. Okay, okay, okay. Ooh.
You will see another day.
I have nothing to give. But is there something I can do in return?
No trouble at all. I don't need anything in return.
It still gave me warning about close-up. Have you updated the game once again? So there should be 2 uploads. The one you did prior and one that was released less than 30 minutes ago. But yeah, it doesn't work on my end. Jumping, doing the flips while running somehow. Not sure why. But while running, no problem at all. Okay, observing is cancelling out the manual jumps. Not sure what else to do. Okay, so let's change to Yasuke. So, the highlights of this update were the manual jump, of course. Ooh. Woohoo! You can skip. So, manual jump, stat sheet, critical hits, and the rift in our hideout. I still need Yasuke to be faster on the middle of the roof. That is the one thing I really want. But still, pretty fun for the year 2. Let's try the parkour as Yasuke. Oh, this is gonna go awfully. I just know that. Because Yasuke is too damn heavy. Ooh. Yeah, definitely not for the parkouring. Here, parkour. Okay, let's try to run. No! No! So, this update wasn't like that exciting, but in the other hand, manual jumps super exciting in my opinion. But if you're not seeing the update, absolutely restart your game, console, system, whatever it is needed, because it should be there. If not, manually check and try again. But even Yasuke's parkour is so much better. Well, I'm definitely not the parkourist as some others, like Robotopoulos, Master Assassin, guys like that. I am not even a shit stain compared to those guys when it comes to parkouring. But I'm doing my best, trying to showcase what we can do. Okay, here we go. Okay, boom. That honestly wasn't that bad, in my opinion. Okay, nice. Thanks for showing. I thought I saw in the past trailer. Now is... Yeah, I was seeing that as well, so you are not alone with that one. There definitely were some jumping, flipping, while just doing this in the roads. Well, on the roads. But somehow I am not able to do that, so perhaps I need to ask my superiors on that one, aka Robotopoulos or guys like that. How to do it, because I have zero ideas. And there were so many crits. Ooh. No voice line. What? Okay, we can still do that. Lol. So, what we get new? So, jumping on command. That is new. Critical hit visuals. So, big flash of red. So, let's go. Okay, that enemy did die too fast. That doesn't count. Still no voice lines. Okay, we need a new enemy. But it is like a huge red flash on the health bar. I like to say it cannot be missed, but of course it can. But definitely noticeable visual difference.
I saw movement.
So there. If you did see, few attacks were critical, the big red flashes, and those that were not, like sudden flashes of red, were not critical at all. Also, in the Helix store, we are having part 2 for the far future items, the far future weapon pack. So, no gear, only the weapons. So, new Tanto. I am planning to showcase these as soon as I'm getting my hands on these weapons. So, if you want to wait, you can. If you don't, you don't. But Tanto for Naue, Katana for Yasuke, Naginata for Yasuke, and Kusarigama for Naue. So, pretty awesome, in my opinion. Boom. Alright. But yeah, definitely awesome, making Yasuke much more useful with the manual jumps, in my opinion. And of course, let me know when you have a chance to test out the game. Have the issues that you have been facing fixed, like with the issue items. Ooh, and speaking about the issue items, let's take a look. Blade of Yumminess, I still have it, thank God. Boom. And by the way, seems like we actually need to put some of the skills, yeah, there, some of the skills back now when we have the items. That one. Same for all of these. Unfortunately, we cannot autofill everything if we want. That actually sucks. Samurai, bow. Okay, let's see. Now as notes. Katana, Kusarigama, Tanto, bow. Right, still nothing. Ooh. And also we are having a new quote-unquote rift in the hideout, where we can access the Animus menu. So what we can... Any new weapons, armors? Yeah, those ones that I just showed in the Helix store. I can change the season manually. Well, for that one, do you see under store thingy the icon for the season? You can do it when it's 50% full or 100% full. So if you're having it just like me, like there, where we are having a little bit of black, so unfilled on that meter, we cannot change. As you can see, currently unavailable because there is time missing. But here is the new rift, so directly across where we are spawning when we are fast traveling into our hideout, and from here we can access the Animus menu. And by the way, let's take a look what we are gonna get tomorrow from the daily selection for the Animus exchange. So blue screen, sorry about that. Let's go. System, date and time, set manually, 18th of February 2026. Okay, let's go back, and here we go. And seems like the time traveling, it is still working. So we are going live tomorrow with the Animus exchange reset in approximately what's 23 hours from now. So don't miss out when we are seeing the selection changing over here as well. Of course, that one I'm definitely going to test out first, that is actually working, before I go live. Yeah, it doesn't work that far. Basically a day ahead. Okay, let's try. Can we... do stuff over here? Here we go. And where now is hanging? Lol. Let's jump. Definitely my hideout needs some tweaking for the parkouring. But it is what it is. So, new pack added into the Helix store, new rift, new stat sheets and manual jumps with the indication for the critical hits. And yeah, there are tons of stuff added into this one. So much. Critical stats, adrenaline stats, health stats, rations, well, consumables, so much stuff. But I'm still wondering how we can do flips while just running. Double gold and XP and gear loot until next Tuesday. Assassin, are you sure? Or did I just royally miss some stuff in the patch notes? Let's skip away. Here we go. And this is basically Ac Mirage parkour update all over again for me. It was super fun to just jump around in that game as well. Alright, so nothing much to show basically. I really need to practice with the parkouring for the parkour challenge that Ubisoft is hosting. I honestly would love the dust collector, I mean the collector edition statue. I am time traveling, must be watching Back to the Future. Yeah, but thankfully we don't need to go 88 miles per hour in order to time travel. Was it like 88 miles per hour? 88 miles per hour, the limit in the Back to the Future. Not Fast and Furious. God damn it, my brains are scrambled at the moment. They're trying like everything, but cannot do much. Yeah, New Game Plus is giving you more scouts, but not automatically. You need to do the quests for those in order to get 18 of them. I think that is the max number. You missed it if you open your game menu. So let's go to the menu, patch notes. Yeah, it was honestly, yesterday was quite hectic for me, so manual jumps, detailed stat sheets, critical hits, new entry point. Ooh, this is much cleaner version. I think it was 88. Not sure though. I only have 15 to get the final 3. Yeah, Primal, that can happen honestly. If you're missing 1 or 2 here and there. Easy, easy, easy. So version 1.1.8, spoilers ahead. Puppet show. Okay, how thick I am at the moment, because, well, too much reading. I actually would love a movie about the patch notes. Oh, there, gameplay. XP earned from the... no, not that one. I jumped the gun. Sort of speaking over there. Season will no longer change. Close of watch is stabilize stability issues. I mean, ability to stab is not an issue, but apparently stability it is different thing. But that joke was awful. What he say is true and only. Oh, only in the corrupted castles. But where it is saying that one? Yeah, that is honestly kind of weird that I'm not seeing it over here, because I think it should be right under, well, under the entry point and above the bug fixes. Listed over there, but for me there is nothing. Yeah, for me, nothing over there. Unless... Oh, there. I was an idiot. So, until next Tuesday, all rewards are doubled, earn more gold, XP and gear. Corrupted Castle rewards, there. Alright, so that is actually pretty nice. Thank you guys. That is actually pretty sneaky. Really sneaky way to add it over here. Yeah. I honestly almost never, I'm almost never going to these ones over here. I am doing it basically manually, so from store, Animus. But thank you, honestly I would have missed that completely without you guys. Oh, you had to refresh. I completed. No quest, nothing to unlock. And I don't really want. Yeah, that is understandable that you are not excited to do everything once again. Although it is going much faster since you can skip basically everything because there is not that much that you can miss. Honestly, I wonder how we can do the flips on the roads. Come on! Well, that was a flip, but it was tied to the weapon, so that doesn't count. Okay, didn't work. Or do we really have to be on some things that... like that? I guess we have to be on something in order to do the flips. Not sure. It didn't look that way in the Ubisoft's video, but it is what it is. Changing the direction doesn't seem to help at all. Alright, so I think that was pretty much everything. Let's take a clip of this one. Full 49 minutes of it. Not sure if I'm gonna use almost anything from that. Probably yes, probably not. And that made zero sense whatsoever. How you manual jump? I think on Xbox it is A, for PlayStation it is X on default. Okay. Ooh, one thing we have to check before we end the live stream, so let's head to the close of Ovachi. I really need to see if we can get the gold glitch working. Yes, yesterday afternoon playing it for months. Yeah, there is actually whole year 2 support coming. Unfortunately, no DLCs. Well, per se. So, no expansions. But updates with content, story drops, new packs, and stuff like that. But when, I actually don't know, because the winter roadmap wasn't that exciting. Okay, let's go to the OG spot. Right over here. Ooh. Okay, so we can definitely use the manual jumps in our advantage when trying to... Ooh. Well, that didn't work as I planned. I actually wonder. Yeah, unclimbable, so can we jump up? Come on, come on, come on. Well, maybe. Maybe. Okay, and no gold whatsoever, unfortunately.
I saw something.
Let's get out of here. And now we are stuck. Well, we were stuck. And by the way, you can find Okusarigama right over here if you want. Here on the map. Master Flipco, how are you? Do you think the Black Flag remake delay is making our DLCs? I mean, everything was delayed basically with the restructuring of Ubisoft. And I think they are still figuring stuff out. At least in Sweden, Finland, we have unions and stuff like that, and yeah, when they are saying bye-bye, they still have to pay the employees for a certain period of time. And stuff like that, so even the Stockholm studio was closed. People from there are still basically working. There are contracts, leases, etc. So everything is basically a shit show. Of course, that is just speculation from my end, but how I have seen work life myself, that is like a guess. Educated one. And I know you didn't see the air quotes, but yeah. But yeah. Everything is delayed at the moment. Even the second part of this title update was delayed by 2 hours. Jokey. Primal, how many New Game Plus runs done? I mean, for me this is my New Game Plus number 3. So base game, base save, and 3 new game pluses, and I got the maximum amount. And I should be having a video about this, how to get the max scouts, and some helpful tips in the pinned comment description besides the video. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Master Flipco, and thank you for being a member. When you think we will get the Assassin's Creed Hexe, I think we are gonna get it like 2027 October, March, October, November, something like that. But definitely not this year. If you are getting something this year, it will be AC Black Flag Resynced. I am about to run my second playthrough because I have been bored with this game. Yeah, definitely for the gameplay aspect, the second run can be much more enjoyable. Honestly. Fukura camp, not there, not there. Well, I mean, that was pretty much everything. There wasn't like great amount of new content added. So, manual jumps, critical hits, visuals, stat sheet, and the rift, where we can access the Animus menu. But yeah, I think that was everything, and of course I'm gonna take part in the parkour challenge that is hosted by Ubisoft, so your support would mean a world to me when it comes to that. And yeah, of course my knowledge is limited about the future, about the game, about the Ubisoft. Being a partner doesn't mean I know shit, basically. So all I can do is provide you with my uneducated guesses. My brain is so scrambled at the moment. Can't speak English, can't speak Finnish, can't speak Swedish. Awful, awful, awful. But yeah, I think that was enough before I mumble around my way to the ER or something like that. Like I said, we are coming back with another live stream tomorrow with the Animus Exchange reset, so day early with the weekly selection. On Thursday, Animus Anomaly reset live stream coming up, and some shorts videos coming up this week, next week, whenever I can week, basically. So, shout out to every single one of you, and let's take a look if we can rate somebody here on YouTube. So, quickly to my PC, edit, redirect other channels. Okay, there is Luke Stevens, Raptor. Not live but incoming, but let's take another look. Let's refresh the page. Sometimes that is actually helping other channels. Coming. Okay, so nothing. Shadows. AC shadows, let's see. Okay, I can rate myself, but that is definitely not optional. Okay, so basically at the moment nobody to rate, so thank you for watching. I hope to see you tomorrow. If there is any questions, yeah, I think I'm out before Raptor is going live. Of course, let's take a look when his live stream is starting. Raptor reacts. We're there to the channel live streams. That is tomorrow. Discussing the biggest gaming news of the week. But yeah, I'm not sure if Thor is going live with this one or just making a recap video. But however, I will be there in the comments as well. probably. I've been playing AC Odyssey and doing the contracts on here. I can't wait for the Cassandra DLC. Oh yeah, that one. That actually has been promised to us. So let's fast travel back to the mainland. Thank you, and I will. But yeah, there will, well, it has to be, they have said there will be a Cassandra DLC or reason why Cassandra came to Japan. So crossover, storyline, something like that. That is still coming. At least it should be coming. Even though the second DLC was cancelled. So finally getting, well, not yet, but soon, hopefully, we are getting a solution why Cassandra came here. But for now, thank you for watching and hope to see you in the next one tomorrow. So for now, Scott over and out. Bye bye.